Good afternoon, people. Welcome back. I am Craig. So, after my last episode talking about crypto miners, I decided to buy one. Now, I just decided to make my backdrop a crypto miner. But this is soothing, isn't it? This blue background's very soothing, but I don't want you to fall asleep. So, just in case, you might go with that. What do you think? Let me know what kind of backdrop you want. We'll go with soothing for now. So, today I broke 200 subscribers. Woo! 203 last I checked. That's awesome. Thank you to those who subscribed. Hopefully, if you find this information informative or entertaining, you will also subscribe. Act now. Spaces are limited. My goal is to get to 1,000, and we got a little ways to go. My other channel got up to 34,000, so that's my eventual goal to get there, but I got a long way to go to get to that milestone. So today we are going to talk about Cardano. So if you've watched some of my other episodes, you know that I'm a big believer in BNB. That was my episode a few ago. And then I also looked at VET, which is my second biggest position. And then in the most recent episode, I did Polkadot. So today is my fourth episode talking about one of the coins I already own. And I want to talk about the catalyst that's coming up. It's coming up very soon. We'll look at the charts. We'll look at some price expectations based on if it breaks out of this kind of resistance area it's in right now. But first of all, and I won't do this in every episode, every one of these first episodes where I talk about a coin for the first time, I know that some of the viewers are people who've ported over from my Cruising Off Duty channel, and they might be sailors, and they might not know anything about cryptocurrency. So I usually feel like I got to give a little backstory about what the coin utility is, what kind of business it's in. So yeah, go back and watch those previous episodes if you want to know more about Binance, VeChain, or Polkadot. But let's get into what ADA or Cardano is all about and why there's this upcoming event. So Charles Hoskinson, who is the founder of Cardano, originally was one of the three founders of Ethereum. And just like in the episode about Polkadot, the founders sort of went their separate ways. So Charles Hoskinson started Cardano, and his plan is to bring smart chain technology and bring, most importantly, financial options to the unbanked. So the biggest upcoming catalyst is coming up on April 29th, and it is their Africa event. And the Africa event has so many things planned, and there's a lot of talk that Cardano, who's been kind of in their testing phase of opening up their 360 upgrade, bringing smart chain contracts fully online on the Cardano system, is going to be, or at least big steps forward are going to be announced at this April 29th big video event that you can sign up for to watch on the 29th. If you look at the partners down here, input output is this thing right here. And as you can see, it's founded by Charles Hoskinson, the same guy who invented Cardano. And its plan is committed to peer-to-peer innovations to provide financial services to the 3 billion people who don't have them. So he's always talked about banking the unbanked. In fact, there's a YouTube video where he talks about it here on this channel, where you can watch it at your leisure. But what he's talking about is how Africa has something like 1.3 billion residents, most of which do not have banking facilities. The average median age is 19. All these 19-year-olds out there, they have smartphones, and they've gotten used to paying their bills with these smartphones. So they need something like Cardano that's a smart chain application that's all into finances. Back, if you go look on this thing, you'll see a bunch of their partners, one of which is Payway Ethiopia. So this is sort of like what they're starting to do, what they want to do through Cardano is smart chains where they get people to be able to pay their bills without needing to go to an actual physical bank by doing it all online through the Cardano system. So there's a lot of catalysts coming up that are going to make Cardano probably pop around this April 29th big event. So another one of their supporters is obviously an arm of Cardano. It's called Emargo. So as you can see from this, Emargo is the official commercial arm of Cardano, will drive Cardano's success in Africa. Along those lines, key use of blockchain is in the supply chain industry, and Cardano can penetrate the African market for the betterment of society. So he's big into bringing Cardano to kind of these third world countries who don't have financial stability. And as you know, places like Zimbabwe and all these other things have had out of control inflation, 1,500 or 15,000% inflation. So people in these countries just don't trust banks. They don't trust fiat currencies. And so this type of blockchain technology and financial transaction ability is something that African countries would really get behind. And reading this here, the median age in Africa is estimated to be 19 years old. So they're young. And what do young people like? They like smartphones. With over 1.3 billion people, Africa is also the home of millions of digital wallets. And that's already before a lot of this technology has really matured. So just imagine if Cardano is out there helping people get set up with their mobile phones and use applications. It's an alternative to cash, which of course, if you have a country that's printing money hand over fist, even America's doing it. So imagine African countries, then these fiat currencies just end up having no purchasing power after a while. So anyways, this is where he's focusing a lot of his attention. But once he gets Cardano really working, obviously it'll work anywhere in the world. And there's so many smart contract companies that are lining up behind Cardano. And this article is talking about how Cardano has seen a huge spike in developer interest. I think a lot of people see that Cardano's just about to become fully operational in the smart chain area. And a lot of companies see the benefits to Cardano over the biggest alternative, which is Ethereum. And they're all lining up to get their blockchain contracts, their blockchain system set up through Cardano. So Input Output, which is the company I talked about that Charles owns, Cardano developer published job advertisements for data engineers, consulting lead, Java consultants. So you can see they're hiring tons of people because they know they're about to literally blow the doors off, and a lot of companies are going to get on board, and they need to have the people there to keep the infrastructure running. And they're talking about how Alonzo is the third fork. Anyways, you can read all this. A lot of this just saying the same thing I've already told you, that there's a bunch of upgrades to the Cardano system that are coming. Most likely there's going to be some huge announcement on April 29th. So let's go to the charts and see where the Cardano stock is and if this is a good time to get in. So here's the Cardano chart, and it's funny because in the crypto area, you're going to hear a lot of people complaining that Cardano hasn't gone up lately while other ones have. And if you really zoom in, you can say, oh, I see what they're saying. Yeah, for sure. Cardano's on a downtrend. What's going on here? Actually, it broke above this trend line just earlier today, so that's a good sign, but it's got to stay above it. And it's all about perspective, because if you look at it on this 15-minute chart, you go, yeah, no, Cardano's not doing very good. But if you go to the hour chart, you start to go, oh, okay, it's in an uptrend. There's a channel here. As you can see, I've drawn in the lines. There's a channel. It's on an uptrend, and it's at the lower end of this channel. So maybe this is a good time to get in. Maybe also if it breaks this downward trending line, then it would be also another good time to get in. If you zoom out even a little further, you start to realize, no, Cardano's doing fine. It's obviously gone up over the last little while, and it's in an upward sloping channel about to break out. What does it need to break out? It needs a catalyst. And I'm thinking April 29th is this catalyst. And again, you really want to get perspective, go to the daily chart, and you realize now there's nothing wrong with Cardano. As you can see from my original slide, that 3,600% is not clickbait. That's how much Cardano has gone up in the last year. It started a year ago exactly at about 3.4 cents, and it's now at $1.24, $1.25. So this is the reality. If you zoom out, Cardano's done quite well in the last year. So yeah, so it's not that Cardano isn't doing well. This congestion zone here that you see at the top, let me zoom back in just a bit, is mostly due to the fact that Cardano's in that we're still building our infrastructure stage and we haven't released the final product yet. And they're competing against other coins like BNB and VeChain that already have profitable businesses running off the cryptocurrencies that they have. So the utility for Cardano looks good, but it hasn't really hit the ground running yet. And when it does, it's going to take off. So let's go out to the 4-hour chart and do a little bit of Fibonacci extension here. I've already put it on. I started from here, and I wanted to see where the next Fibonacci extension levels are. So assuming we break up to the top of the channel, there'll be a bit of resistance there. Of course, we break through these all-time highs here and we're off to the races. So the next Fibonacci extension is about 2.45, $2.45. The next one, which is called the golden extension, because most of them hit the 1.618, would be at 390. So you can see we get through this congestion zone with a catalyst, which could be the April 29th event, and we are off to the races with at least an interim area of about 2.45 and more likely 3.85. So there you go. Good times ahead. So short and sweet, I want to make this video. a little bit of what Cardano is in case you don't know. My episodes in the future are going to skip this whole what is the coin and just assume you know it. So if you want to know more about what's behind these coins, go back and watch my early episodes because I will talk about it. In the future episodes, we're only going to talk about new news, new catalysts, and new price projections. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. So if you did, show the channel some love by giving it a thumbs up. Even more importantly is help the channel out, get me to 1,000 subscribers. Again, if you don't know the story behind that, 1,000 subscribers is what YouTube needs to advertise on a video. If you're below 1,000 subscribers, they don't trust you yet, so they won't advertise. If they don't advertise, they're not motivated to promote your video to anybody else. So the only people who probably see this are people who've already subscribed. Share the channel link as well, or the video link as well, if you think somebody else in your friends or family might get something out of this. And that's it. So until next time, this is Craig signing off. Ciao for now.